Hi, I'm Rob with the Metro America channel. We're here regarding a small form factor PC, the Inspiron 3647 by Dell. We're going to tear it down and look at the parts and see how you can do expansions, upgrades, that kind of thing. This machine came with a Pentium 3.0 gigahertz, came with 4 GB RAM, DDR3. I added another 4. In the back it has 2 USB 3.0, 4 USB 2.0, the Ethernet, the audio connections, VGA, and HDMI. Okay, to pop off the lid of the case, you just remove 2 screws from the back. Pull back on the lid like that, and then it'll pop right open. Okay, inside, the first thing that blocks your view is the fan cowling, which I'd already removed for the last shot. It took a bit to get that thing disconnected. Okay, here's an open shot of the main board, memories on the left. Your connections to the USB, Ethernet, everything in the back are to the right. Of course, the CPU is under the fan. First thing we'll consider is the possibility that you may want a video card, a graphics card for your PC. Recommend a Fanless video for this model of PC. This is an Asus model card that had the VGA plus HDMI. The nice thing about this PC is it has a vent right by where the Fanless card will sit. Okay, these are the PCI slots. One full size and one small, and then this is another view of the PCI slots. The white tab at the left is how you snap in any card that you add. Notice the back, the vent in the back, which is real helpful for a Fanless VGA card or any kind of graphics card. Okay, this is the front. On the right side, plastic tabs are pulled back to remove the plastic on the front. Just 2 screws to remove the cage that holds both the DVD and the hard drive. On the left you can see a bracket, well, I'm covering it now, a bracket that goes back to the power supply and is support for that cage. The cage has to come out before the power supply can be removed. I'm pulling out both the power connector and the SATA data connector for the DVD. Right now it's orange. I removed the cage and turn it to the left, and now you can see the SATA and power connectors for the hard drive. The blue SATA data connector is there. Now quickly remove the hard drive from the cage, so you can see that you could put a SSD drive. Similar type of device can go there, even a larger hard drive. Okay, and I'm lifting up the hard drive. You can see the power connector and the data connectors for the hard drive. These are some of the main points of the motherboard. There are many more, but this is just a few highlights. The main power connector, the fan and fan power, the SATA connectors on the main board, where the memory slots are, in the Wi-Fi transmitter receiver also. Okay, now we're removing the first couple of screws to get at the power supply. That's the power supply connector to the main board. $220 power supply. Now I'm lifting out the power supply, and it's shaped rather long, oblongly, so that it would fit in the small form factor PC. This is the battery for the main board I'm popping out. Okay, we got that. Okay, this is the Wi-Fi transmitter receiver. The antenna goes all the way around the main board and out to the front of the case and connects there, makes for good reception. Okay, now we're removing the 4 screws that hold the thermal solution on top of the CPU. The thermal solution consists of a fan and heat sink. Okay, as I remove it, you can see the thermal compound that is remaining on both the heat sink and down on the CPU also. That all has to be cleaned off and replaced with new thermal compound if I want to use the PC again. Okay, this is the bracket that holds the CPU. I'm going to leave it in because I plan to use this again. Again, the story about the thermal compound. And we'll replace the bracket. Now we'll start removing the 6 screws that hold the motherboard onto the case. So we can pop the motherboard out of there. Okay, now we can look at pretty much the bare motherboard with just the CPU. This is the bottom of the motherboard. And this is all of the parts that we pulled out of our small form factor PC. Notice that the 8 gig of RAM was not original, just 4.